Hello, my name is A. Summer Javadi, and I'm a storyteller. I've been writing poetry for over 15 years, and I would like to shed some light on my bloodline, which is actually to Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette is sometimes referred to as Madame Deficit, and most people know the tragic fall of the French monarchy, the last French queen and king, and their demise. But I would like to be given the opportunity to give a speculative fiction view of what really actually went on with Marie Antoinette and the establishment of the Americas. So while many people think that she was living decadently and just putting France in bankruptcy, she was actually assisting with the funds of the Louisiana Purchase timeframe, right before the Napoleonic Wars. At this time, I would like to show how Lewis and Clark and the expeditions with the fur trading and the territories within the Missouri region actually helped establish the great trade of the ports of the Mississippi and the Missouri, and running anywhere from New Orleans port all the way up to Ontario, Canada. So, if given this opportunity, I would be able to shed some anthropological research as well as a historical perspective of someone that's been native to the Missouri region for 3 decades, almost four. So I am an anthropologist, studying student. I've maintained a 4.0 GPA. I enjoy genetic anthropology. I study genetics, the migration patterns of the northeastern European regions, as well as an emphasis in Middle Eastern and African studies. So there's a lot of stories to be had, but I would like to shed some light on Marie Antoinette and a little bit of the indigenous Native American standpoint. So a person could go into the Revolutionary War, the Napoleonic time frame. You've got a lot going on with the New Orleans region and how that would affect the establishment of Missouri with Kansas City region. So we're going to need to have a 200-year anniversary of Missouri becoming a state. It was in 1821, and so we're at 200-year mark. So the French ancestry in this region is actually not well known as much as it should be. There will also be in 2022, they will be celebrating through Kansas City Moliere's 400th birthday. So this region is heavily, heavily saturated in the French monarchy. We have the Royals, we have the Kansas City Royals, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. We have a lot of history here that could shed some light on American early establishments and get into some Neoplonic information too. So if we could just see how the story would unfold, this would give a chance for Marie's untold story to come to light. And what more for someone that's her ancestry, a descendant of Marie Antoinette, to be able to give that information, as well as I come from the H3 mtDNA of the mitochondria in genetics. And my family surname is Bluette, and the Bluette family has been in the Kansas City region for decades. My family lived on Bellefontaine, and it's a part of the Irish and French Celtic Frankish region of this area. Some of the things that I've been involved with have been with stand-up poetry events. I have helped with Poetry for Personal Power, where I was a regional coordinator out of Atlanta and the Kansas City region for many years. I've also worked with mental health advocacy, suicide prevention. I recently was a feature for Mad Women in the Attic, where I showcased a lot of my poetry that had been written over the last 15 years. And that is it's a feminist view on women in America and the mental health challenges and adversities and how we've overcame them through writing. I've also been featured this month here in September 2020. I'll be featured as Kansas City Black Writers. So I have a lot going on. I'm currently writing a novella that is going to be a speculative fiction with a little bit of dystopian views. So I would like to get an opportunity to work with Sony Entertainment. This opportunity would give me a platform to engage in a woman's view of another woman that struggled with mental health. I want to show the decline that she may have gone through in a mental health way, having to come to terms with being in charge of a state that was revolting against her. I'd like to show how her mental health struggles could have been seen in decadence of spending habits and lavish lifestyles, but I'd also like to show how she was courageous in assisting quite silently the American stage in the early pioneer time frame in the trading posts with the fur trading and St. Louis. We've got Kansas City. We've got St. Gerard, St. Gerardo, St. Charles. So we have a lot of information that could go into this and also give a perspective of a religious aspect as well, because we can see the difference in factions, in religiosities, and the backdrop of the Native Americans. So thank you for this time.